Are all related to the sex ed curriculum. So we'll just start at the beginning and you'll each have 3 minutes to talk. It'll put us over our 15-minute limit for a subject.
Ms. Swenson, at the risk of correcting you, it is the California Healthy Youth Act
I was
curriculum. It's not, it may be a colloquialism, but it's the California Healthy Youth Act.
So what?
8329 curriculum.
It's not healthy.
Hard and correcting me all the time. No, thank you very much.
And it's not healthy.
Okay, first up, Doris Sepulveda. Come on down.
Thank you. Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to talk today. I love this city. Right now, unfortunately, I'm not residing here for different reasons, but my kids, 3 kids went through Downey schools, and they were fantastic. And I reside now in another city, but all my activity, commerce, and everything is here in Downey. I love this city. I also go to a church here. There's some people here from our church, and we wanted to express our concern regarding this matter. We also care about the kids. We've heard a lot of people talk about that, and I believe that the board also is very concerned, and we're glad to have people that are working on this. But as parents, we have to also, I believe, take our responsibility. And when we see something that perhaps we're not fully supportive of, we have to speak up, and I'd like to do that today. I want to urge the board to please reconsider having adopted this curriculum, Teen Talk. Many of us feel in the community, especially representing or part of a Hispanic community that is so big here in Downey. I understand that maybe like in the top 90% here I'm nervous. 90% of the community here in Downey now, as it has changed over the years. Our Hispanic community has a lot of different beliefs, if you will, or things that we hold very dear. And one of the things is family. And we feel that parents are very important, have to be on top of what our students and our kids are learning at school. Many of us believe that some of the material that in this curriculum is too graphic, too strong, and we feel that a lot of this should really fall back on the parent or for the guardian of the child or teenager, or maybe discuss with the doctor with them, but we just feel that it's not the place of Downey Unified to be teaching things that just, in our opinion, go beyond. We realize that there's a law now, California Healthy Student Act, and I understand that the district has to comply with with that law and such, but we feel that there must be another curriculum, and we're urging you to consider replacing the curriculum with something where the community can be more perhaps in agreement with and give feedback on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay?
Time is up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chandra Lomatis? Sharon? Chandra? Shonda. Yes. Okay.
Hello, my name is Shonda Lagados, and I'm actually not speaking directly about AB 329. I'm actually speaking about policies across the school boards or the districts. I'm actually a resident of Anaheim. I'm a parent. I have a master's degree in psychology, and I actually supervise in-home behavior programs. With this being said, my children were in Anaheim, and I came across something called Diversity Week. And what this was composed of was the LGBT agency, Western Youth, and the school district coming in, implementing, I guess, a celebration across the week. I was not able to get information. So I filed public records to get this information. What I learned was that across 24 schools that they were trained through safe zones. As I understand, there was a safe zone sign here. And what that entails is that it's a safe space for people of the LGBT community. I just want to make this clear is that I don't have anything against that community. I have family members, friends, and I have a friend that transitioned. So this isn't about any hatred as that comes up a lot of times. In finding out about the safe zones and the diversity week, they would not disclose what the outline was going to be. They were going to read Jacob's dress. Now, in trying to find out how they were going to bring that in, we had SB 48, which that curriculum hadn't been approved. So I said, okay, well, how are you guys bringing this in? It was through Title IX. So Title IX allows third parties to come in and train staff and bring in curriculum. So Safe Zone had a curriculum as well. I had a parent and a family member reach out to me when Teen Talk was brought in. Teen Talk, Safe Zones, some of welcoming schools in Glenson, which have activities, are all based upon Alfred Kinsey. Alfred Kinsey was a zoologist, and he did unethical studies that studied the masturbation rates of 5-month-old babies. It's connected to Margaret Sanger. Now, bringing in Teen Talk without understanding that this curriculum contains children's sexual rights is very concerning because you're removing parental rights. The parents are not involved in this process, and yet they said that experts were involved in this. I'm an expert, I say it's not appropriate. When SB 48 was brought across to Sacramento, Dr. Grossman said, at no way is this even appropriate as children's minds are not able to assimilate this because their brains are not maturated until 25. I'm asking, and I'm also saying from an educational standpoint, do your research. And if you think ethically and morally that this is okay to bring in Teen Talk, then I would have to say to you, we need to have a conversation. Because in no way is this curriculum okay for 7th graders. Thank you so much.
John Lee. John Lee.
Honorable Downey School trustees and members, I'm here to talk about some school concerns that I have, not as Downey residents only, but also as a nurse who work with social workers for children who are concerned to be neglected or abused. So my concerns are due to children's sexual behaviors and suicidal attempts. School teachers, even school Downey, are mandated to report children who seems to be having an issue with sexual behavior concerns or expressions, in considering if they are exposed to any inappropriate sexual content in home or out of home, wherever that is. Recently, Downey School Board chose Teen Talk as sex ed curriculum. To help you to understand the curriculum, Planned Parenthood, the publisher for Teen Talk, was founded by Margaret Sanger, who was a nurse, but as a eugenicist, with an idea stressing to limit the birth control based on one's economic ability without losing pleasure for women. Her view is continued in Teen Talk, encouraging sexual activity repeatedly after pages and pages, regardless of the message written at the bottom of the book about abstinence. I know Downey School Board need to follow the terms of California's Health Act, which was passed by politicians. But Downey School Board is obligated to protect students and does not have to agree with politicians in choosing what would challenge students who need to protect it. Have you heard that 40% of LGBTQ youth have considered suicide, and half of transgender and non-binary youth have considered suicide in 2018, according to a survey by LGBTQ youth mental health. Youth in this society with LGBTQ are confused. Downey School Board should seek ways to protect students who are vulnerable. So I understand to Downey School Board to repeal the Teen Talk to replace with better curriculum, opt-in, not opt-out. File a lawsuit against the state for medically inappropriate sex ed curriculum and set up sanctuary school district to defy state school education code. Thank you.
Thank you. George Chikari? I'm probably said that wrong, so pronounce it correctly for me, okay? Chikari, okay, thank you.
Members of the board, thank you for inviting us, public. I am very sad. I was here 2 weeks ago, and I saw what happened here. 15 people here came and poured their hearts to you, explaining how important it was their kids for them. And you, in one split second, not even took you 2 minutes, a minute, and approved your agenda because you already came prepared. You laughed at our face, really, just letting us talk without you even considering what we had to say. Only one lady had the guts to say, this is wrong, I'm not going to accept this. Now, I believe everything that is combining in California is against the family, and especially in our city of Downey that has been such a beautiful city. I live here, my daughter goes to school here. Bill 419, ban willful defiance of suspension of kids, disrupting activities or otherwise refusing to follow valid authority. So here, California is slapping the face of our teachers, saying, hey, you don't have much authority to them. You cannot put that suspension upon them. Bill Team Talk, which is a part of the big pie, I'm sorry to say, a dirty pie, and then the gentleman had to pick a slice of a pie, which is a dirty slice, and he dumped it on you, and you said, okay, we cannot do anything, we have to approve this. Well, we have other ways. We have learned from the governor who said, no, we're going to establish sanctuary cities here, we're going to violate national law. Well, why can't we then offer sanctuary districts for our kids?
Yeah.
You don't have to follow. You don't have to follow Planned Parenthood, ACLU, and all these people who are murdering children before they're born. How are they going to give us something decent? This is a plan. They're coming from them because of their own business. What they're going to do, they're going to do business with this, killing more babies. When this plan is implemented, what is going to happen to the minds of our kids? I tell you, it is not the responsibility of the state to interfere in the matters of the parents. This is our responsibility. The sex education is our responsibility.
Yeah.
So we want you to and the governor, they are not thinking on you. Governor is putting his mind in 10 or 12 years he's going to be in the White House, and he's using you, as puppets to go with his plan. But why are you going to have to listen to him? You have better ways of doing things. This is a beautiful city. We love this city. We cry for this city. And when we see this wicked thing going on, then we just urge you, please.
Okay, time is up. Thank you.